think I knew a few months ago that it was going to be my destiny.
And
to
here you
do
are
so.
sitting in it. It's kind of wild.
It's very wild. And a lot of what happened feels very right place, right time.
Tell me what happened.
Well, what happened was the owners of the restaurant wanted to sell. And so they offered it to Mara. And I don't know, a few weeks later, you had been thinking very seriously about it, Mara, and you approached me and asked me if I wanted to do it with you.
How long did it take you to say yes?
I said yes pretty immediately, but then I said, wait, give me a week.
I think I said wait. I was like, I hear you saying yes. I'm like, but you need to really think about it.
Mara was
Yeah.
like, I need you to really consider this is going to change everything in your life. And I was like, okay, fair enough.
Was she right?
Oh, 100%. Yes. Yeah.
How is it possible that this is the first lesbian bar to open in Los Angeles in a very long time?
I think it unfortunately makes so much sense because I think there's not as much visibility for sapphic women and people than there are for gay men at times. Like,
Oh, for
you know,
sure.
West Hollywood is this amazing, like, vibrant community, but there's not as much representation, I think, for the sapphic community. It is pretty well known that women have a harder time getting capital in business.
True for you?
Yes and no. I mean, we're not fully funded yet. So I can definitely speak to being a new business owner that it's difficult to get funding, at least from banks and things, because you need to have assets and other capital, which doesn't make any sense because we're just getting started. So we're still trying to kind of put some pieces together as far as that goes.
Tell me who your customers are. I guess a better way to put that question is tell me who the community you want in this place is.
We want people to feel comfortable here, and people of all kinds, for sure. That being said, we are explicitly for members of the lesbian community. And we've gotten a fair amount of questions regarding, like, why a lesbian bar? Why?
Really? Because somebody opens a gay bar and they don't get that question.
That's really
right?
good point. Yeah.
Yes.
It's really wild how many people are asking why.
And yes.
So what do you say?
Well, I've been thinking a lot about this because, to me, as a lesbian, the answer is very obvious. An analogy I've been using recently is like, nobody asks why someone's opening a sports bar,
Right.
right? Let me share an anecdote, actually.
Sure.
I feel like this will be easier. On Friday night, we were playing Come to My Window radio. So Come to My Window by Melissa Etheridge, a lesbian anthem, if you will. So a whole radio station on Spotify based on that song. And 32 Flavors by Ani DeFranco came on. And all of a sudden, one of our bartenders, Shannon, was like, Emily, Sarah wants you in the back. So I go to the back, one of our line cooks, Sarah, who's queer, and she was like, I just wanted to tell you that my first girlfriend in high school put this song on a mix for me, but my mom threw the mix CD away because it was a gay relationship. And she was like coming to tears and getting a little teary-eyed when she was saying this. And she's like, it is so cool to hear this song and be at work serving food to other lesbians. And we've all sort of had some varying degree of that. And it's a healing thing to come together and just be able to be like, and now let's have a glass of wine. And, you know.
All together.
Together.
In one place.
Right.
Yeah.
How does the fact that you're trying to establish and serve a community here, does that affect your business calculation? Probably not, right? I mean, you're just doing
Not
running
really.
a business.
Yeah, we're just running a business.
Yeah. And I do think the one thing that whenever I get really twisted around in my head with the numbers and the margins and the profit and the what and how are we going to pay our
It's a
staff?
horrible
and the,
thing to do,
yeah,
right?
and I
Yeah.
go like, yeah.
Right.
And then I think, okay, but our community is so huge that is what we always have on our side, because I do feel like we're offering something that people have not had
Right.
in a really long time.
and something unique because there are parties. You know, a lot of people throwing these
Not establishments.
Exactly.
Right?
There's not a permanent establishment. And also, we really want to be offering more of like a neighborhood kind of experience, a little bit more intimate experience. So there's a new bar also called Honey's, which seems so amazing. We've met the owners, and they are incredibly talented people. I think also there's space for both of us, too, because they are really a nightlife spot.
And we close at 10 p.m.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They close at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
I mean, this is stop number one.
Yes.
You
Right,
come
right,
here,
right. Stop number
you know,
one.
you get
Have
your
a little
grilled
dinner,
prawns.
have a glass
Yes.
of wine, and
Have,
Exactly.
have a nice, Sauvignon Blanc.
And then you go wash your hands.
And then you go, yeah, exactly.
And we will be at home in bed.
I hear you. Well, look,
Exactly.
good luck.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
This final note on the way out. You have heard enough tape from Jay Powell today, so I will just summarize one last thing he said. In response to a question about what would happen if the debt limit isn't raised, as Republicans in the House are threatening, Chair Powell said that the consequences would be, and this is the quote, extraordinarily adverse.
Marketplace is supported by Viking, exploring the world in comfort. Viking offers a small ship experience with cultural enrichment and destination-focused dining. More at Viking.com.
All right, we got to go. I talked a little bit too much today, so no time for a moment of economic context. Maybe we'll do 2 tomorrow, just to make it up to you. Huh? Our digital and on-demand team includes Carrie Barber, Dylan Mietinen, Janet Wynn, Olga Oxman, Ellen Rolfes, Virginia K. Smith, and Tony Wagner. Francesca Levy is the executive director of Well, she's on digital, too. Digital and on demand. I'm Kyle Risdell. We will see you tomorrow, everybody. This is APN.